Up until now, everything in networking has felt very clean. We understand that packets move, routers decide, scheduling happens. It's very organized, very controlled. But now we step into chaos. Because what happens when there's just too much traffic? Not a little spike, not a small queue. I'm talking about when everyone shows up all at once, everywhere. That's when networks don't struggle, they break, and that's congestion. Networks don't fail when they're empty. They fail at 7:30 at night when everyone is streaming, gaming, backing up photos, updating software, and somehow downloading a 90 gigabyte patch all at the same time. That's congestion. And if you've been in my house with my kids, you know that it's far, far worse than that. Routers deal with this all day, every day. Congestion really isn't that mysterious or even that hard to understand. It's just math. More traffic wants to leave than the link can handle. That's all it is. If a link can send out 1 gigabyte per second and 1.5 shows up, then something has to wait. The queues grow, delay increases, and eventually packets are just going to get dropped. The problem is when those packets get dropped, they get retransmitted. As they get retransmitted, we're feeding into that congestion. If you've ever tried merging onto a packed highway in the middle of rush hour traffic, you felt congestion. The road doesn't shrink. There were just more cars than we have space, and the same thing goes on inside of a router. Except instead of cars, we're talking about packets, and instead of hawking, we get latency. So what does a router do when the traffic spike? Well, it buffers. It stores packets temporarily in memory. Think of it like a waiting room. All right, everyone, hang tight. We'll get to you in a minute. And honestly, buffers are great for short bursts because then it can feed it out. However, someone hits upload for just a few seconds. It's not a big deal. Packets wait a bit, then move along. Problem solved. But here's the key. Buffers are a cushion. They're not a queue. They have to be emptied out. Imagine that the traffic doesn't calm down. It stays high. The waiting room fills up, every chair is taken, and instead of the buffering being let out, the buffer stays full. New packets get dropped, there's nowhere to put them, and that drop, that's the router basically yelling, hey, I'm overwhelmed, I need more people. Throughput might look stable on paper, but latency, it's spiking through the roof. And this is when users say, why is my internet lagging? It says, I have full bars, but I can't get anything. Because performance isn't just about bandwidth, it's also about the delay under load. So what's the simplest policy? Well, we're just going to drop whatever's brand new. No offense, there's no more room in the bar. Get your butt out. When the buffer is full, any new packets are going to get dropped. There's no strategy to it, no mercy, no space. Sorry, try again. It's easy to implement, but here's the weird side effect. Multiple traffic flows see multiple packet loss at the same time. They all slow down at the same time. So when they all ramp back up at the same time, it's like the traffic waves on a highway. Everyone breaks together, everyone accelerates together, and suddenly the congestion patterns get worse. Networking all of a sudden has drama. So being engineers, of course, they have a wonderful and great idea. What if we don't wait until it's completely full? What if we start dropping packets before the buffer actually maxes out? That's what we call active queue management. Instead of slamming on the brakes, it starts to tap them a little bit sooner, signals congestion a little bit sooner, flows back off sooner, queues stay shorter, delay starts lower. It's a smoother process, and it's more controlled with less panic. Years ago, people thought, why not just make buffers huge? More memory, fewer drops. It sounds amazing on paper until you realize what actually happens. Packets don't get dropped. They just sit there and sit there and sit there, and then latency skyrockets. Your speed test looks fine, but your video call feels like you're talking to someone on the moon. That's called buffer bloat. The connection technically works, but everything feels sluggish. Bigger buffers don't fix congestion, they actually hide it, and they stretch out the delay. And that's often a lot worse than if we had just dropped the packets in the first place. Remember that congestion happens when demand exceeds capacity. Buffers buy time, they don't fix the imbalance. Drop policies shape how traffic behaves, and the decisions made inside a router, well, they directly shape what a user feels. When you understand congestion like this, network performance stops feeling a little bit random and becomes a little bit predictable.